Hey folks, welcome to this week's edition of BrushPile Fishing. We've got a great show in store for you today. We are at Lake Washington in Mississippi for the Big Mama Tournament. That's right, the Big Mama Tournament. One fish weigh-in, folks. Now, as you can probably tell, Mississippi has been hammered by floods, cold weather, windy. It's really nasty out there and conditions are tough. But here's the good thing about this tournament. Like we just said, one fish weigh-in. I'm fishing today with Brad Chappell. We're going to try our luck. I'm looking forward to it here at Lake Washington. You stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country, right here on BrushPile Fishing.
This is a great turnout, considering the rain and all the coldness we've got.
The day started well before sunrise with anglers showing up to register and socialize. Lake Washington and much of the South had a very wet spring, so flooding was a problem. But that didn't stop the anglers from coming from all over to participate in the tournament. After the boats launched and the national anthem was played, it was time to head out and find that one big fish to bring to the scales. Local guide Brad Chappell was my fishing partner, and along with some new technology, a Garmin LiveScope, we hit the waters in search of the winning crappie. Brad had a plan.
My intentions is to do nothing but look for fish on this screen.
Okay.
We're not going to sit and we're not going to wait on them. We're going to actually hunt. And once I see a fish on the screen, I'll ease up to him. And then it's just hold on. And especially, it gets to the point you can see the size of fish, especially once we get in this little bit deeper water, it might.
Let me ask you this. Do you ever catch yourself watching that, not watching
Absolutely,
the poles?
absolutely. Especially, you know, I have to tell my clients, I'll watch the screen, you watch the poles. I'll tell you which pole's about to get hit.
And folks, if you just joined us, you'll be able to tell the water is super, super muddy. Everything is flooded down here, and fishing has been tough.
Absolutely. It's been tough as I ever seen.
You know, Brad is a guide on the lake down here, and he knows this lake as well as anybody. And he told me, you know, a good day right now could be 5 or 10 fish with the flooding.
Yeah, I hope we catch 10 today. If we do, we'll have a really good day.
Brad, what's the biggest fish you've personally caught here in Washington?
You know, probably about 4 years ago, on a guide trip, boated a 370.
Jeez.
And the second biggest was a 352, and it was during a Big Mama tournament.
No way.
And we got to the scales, and honestly, I thought I had it. And the guy directly behind me had a 370. Very second guy behind me. And I was like, what is the chances of this ever happening?
A 352?
Yeah, and get beat by the guy directly behind you.
Oh, man.
I took the lead for one spot.
I'd say chances were good that day.
Yeah, it was a lot of 3-pounders caught, especially that year.
You know, Washington's got a lot of notoriety the last several years, and some of the bigger trails have come down here, and it's getting a lot of attention. But the South here, Mississippi, Alabama, you guys have just been absolutely hammered with storms.
This year especially, high water is making it really difficult, and you know, you've got to fish a lot to really stay on top of these fish. And the key to a lot of it is not giving up.
Yeah.
Just not saying, well, I'm not going to go fishing because of the high water or the muddy water. And you know, these fish can be caught, especially after they adjust to it after a little while, but it just takes patience and staying after them.
So water temperature is 50.63. Is that a little bit chilly for this time of year normally?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, Brad, crappie fishing is all over social media now, and of course we've got the television show, but you've taken a little step different and started something called the Crappie Connection.
I did. Myself and Justin Berry, my son Hunter Chappell, we were sitting around talking about fishing, and we said, you know what, we would love to have something to listen to as we travel.
Yeah.
And I love listening to talk radio, and nothing was out there, and I guess you would say a show was born. And it's been extremely fun. Everybody in the crappie fishing world has, welcomed it with full arms, and we're giving the listeners something to be proud of and listen and actually learn and get to meet everybody in the crappie fishing world. So we're having an absolutely ball doing it, and just waiting to do more.
How do folks get the Crappie Connection?
Well, YouTube, the Crappie Connection, Facebook page, we have it. We have Instagram, Spotify. So just about any kind of social media platform, we're on there, and doing more episodes all the time.
And I know you've had some great anglers here. We were at the Grizzly Show a couple of weeks ago, and you guys had your setup there, and I know you interviewed several of the best anglers in the country.
Captain Coleman, Todd Huckabee, Tony Shepard, White Outlaw, Kent Driscoll. Everybody in the crappie fishing world is going to be on there, hopefully, including you, Russ.
Well, everybody but Kent's a good angler that you know.
Right.
No, I think it's great what you're doing, and like you say, when you're traveling, nothing better than listen to a little crappie fishing from some of them guys.
Well, hopefully they'll learn a little bit and be entertained as well. I know we're having a ball doing it, and we really appreciate everybody tuning in and subscribing to it, and hopefully you have a lot more Crappie Connection in the future.
I hope so. I hope so.
Stay right there. More BrushPile fishing is next. War Eagle Boats, the most versatile line of hunting and fishing aluminum boats available. We strive to overcome real hunting and fishing obstacles, which drives us to create better products in the future. Check out the Blackhawk 2170, the ultimate crappie fishing boat. Built on a 22-degree V-hull and paired with a 150 horsepower motor, you get lots of space and performance. All War Eagle boats are built to suit the needs of our customers, guaranteeing you a boat worthy of the investment. Visit wareagleboats.com to get yours started today. B&M Poles.
That's a 3-pound crappie.
The #1 crappie pole company in the world.
Got it.
Whether you're jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole.
My signature series rod.
3rd generation family company with over 70 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Poles, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world.
Hey folks, Russ Bailey here for BrushPile Fishing. We are here in Kentucky at Cornfield Crappie with Mark Riddle. Mark, how we doing?
Good, Russ. How are you?
I'll tell you what, you just rigged our boat. Absolutely great products you have. Can you tell the folks about all you have to offer?
We got our monitor mounts. We got a new bridge. The thing we've done the most with has been the cable saver. We've actually sold them worldwide. We got them out to put the live scope on the trolling motor.
There you have it, folks. Cornfield Crappie. If you want the boat that looks good, Cornfield Crappie.
BrushPile Fishing is brought to you by these amazing companies: Grand Lake St. Mary's, Crappie USA, NKT.TV, Rockport Rattler, Power Pole, Bonehead Tackle, Kicker.
It's going to be tough on everybody.
That's going to be a fish right there.
And we're looking for one, folks.
Right there, one. Our bait's right here, so he's getting near it. #1.
I have all that. There we go.
Caught him. That's the fish I told you I saw.
Where's your net? Big old belly on that.
It's a good start.
Woo! Look at there, folks. I don't know if this will be the big mama, but it is a big mama. Look at there, folks. That's a good one to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know if I had a hit on the other one or this one went into that,
Right.
but look at the belly on that.
She's about ready to pop.
You know what, Brad? We're only looking for one big one. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get bigger. I'm throwing this in the end.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Well, folks, we have Big Mama #1 anyways.
We're on the board.
We are on the board. And that was a good 1.75 pound fish.
Yeah.
What kind of limits do they have here?
It's 30 a person, and they need to be over 11 inches to be a keeper.
Okay.
Ideally, I think and I'm no biologist by no means, but just what I see about the lake, you know, I'd love to have it 12 and 20 or something like that.
Yeah. Typically, when does a spawn start down here?
You know, right now, 1st of March. It might be delayed a little bit with this muddy high water, cold water, but they're wanting to get in there. We're kind of staged up right now in this little bit of deeper water, looking for these females because they're waiting.
Brad, what are we fishing over top of? Just a big flat?
This is flat. Everything in Washington is like a bathtub.
Okay.
It just gradually comes up. In the center lake's the deepest, and on the two ends are the shallow ends. So it's just like a bowl.
And today, folks, with conditions as tough as they are, not the fancy, we're going with live bait.
Absolutely. Very rarely I actually use live bait, but in rough conditions like we have, you know, you've got to do what's going to put fish in the boat, and that's what we're trying.
Boom. Boy, he hit that. That's why. He's smaller. He don't know no better. He hit that one hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He smoked it.
You guys have any black crappie here? Or
Not in Washington. There's very few. There's some. You know, I think the biggest I've ever caught is probably 1.5 pounds, amazingly. I'm sure there's some big ones, but there's very, very little. There's probably, I'd say 95% white crappie in this lake.
All the photos you see, they're all big whites.
Stay right there. More BrushPile fishing is next.
Introducing NKT.TV, a brand new solution for the cord-cutting generation. With NKT.TV, viewers enjoy viewer-specific programming, with the ability to pick and choose the channels you wish to subscribe to. Missed BrushPile fishing this week? Catch it on NKT.TV, along with all your other Pursuit Channel favorites. NKT.TV offers dozens of network and channel options for you, the viewer, to choose from. So go ahead, cut the cord, and get everything you want with nothing you don't. Visit NKT.TV today. The new home for your fishing needs is BoneheadTackle.com. Get all the latest product information. Shop our new and improved tackle shop. We have baits for crappie, bass, striper, sand bass, saltwater and terminal tackle, bait styles in slim stick, stump bugs, brush gliders, and bulk jig heads available. Check out our superior monoline, crankbaits for bass, and our top-of-the-line carbon fiber fishing rods. Bonehead Tackle, family-owned business with one goal in mind: make fishing more fun and help all anglers catch more fish.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler,
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
BrushPile Fishing is brought to you by these outstanding sponsors. B&M Poles, over 70 years of quality and performance. War Eagle, built for hunters who love to fish. Suzuki, the ultimate 4-stroke outboard. Slime Line, catch the fever. Crappie Magnet, sore lip 'em all.
So, Brad, how big is Lake Washington?
No, it's 9 miles long, a little over 5,000 acres,
Okay.
formed about 700 years ago.
Been around a while.
Yeah, a couple of days.
5,000 acres. That's not as big as a lot of the lakes.
It's not. Very fertile water, grows big crappie.
Yeah. You know, with it being a smaller lake too, you talked about preservation earlier. That's another reason, man. You don't want to put a hurting on the fishery. This is another oxbow lake off the Mississippi.
It is. The Mississippi's roughly probably about 1 mile to 2 miles, depending on what portion of the lake you're at, but it's fairly close. We're on the other side of the levee, so we're safe from the high water. I don't know if it's a crappie or not.
Oh my God. Yes, he is.
Yes, sir.
Dag, look at that one.
There he is, boys.
Oh. Woo. Nice, nice, nice. Big mama.
Yes, sir.
Oh, gone. As the day wrapped up, anglers headed back to see how well it went. And our wait for the day.
All right, I see Brad Chappell and Russ is up here. What we got going on?
Which one y'all got?
One each.
Let's go for one.
Y'all, this is Brad Chappell, Guide Service, and Russ Bailey with BrushPile Fishing.
2.23.
2.23.
Which one y'all? Is that Brad? Is that yours or his?
Very respectable weight. That put us in first place. But was it enough? Other weights range from 1.25 pounds to 1.75 pounds. This couple traveled from Benton, Kentucky. Hey folks, we're right back here at the Big Mama tournament. Right now we're going to talk to a few teams that have traveled a pretty good ways to get here to Lake Washington, Mississippi. And the first team is Team Waldrop. Where are you guys from?
Benton, Kentucky.
Benton, Kentucky. You got Kentucky Lake there, right?
Yes, Barkley too.
Okay, but of course that's a little bit north. It's probably a little bit colder.
No, not really.
Okay. And what was your guys' big fish today?
219.
219. See folks, the fish were not on fire today. We weighed in at 223. These guys at 219. There were a lot of 2-pound fish. Did you guys have fun?
I had a ball.
And how far did you travel? How many hours?
6.5 hours.
6.5 hours.
Yep.
Okay, we got you beat. And
Yeah,
I hear there's somebody that's got us both blown all the way.
Oh, yes.
So we'll keep that in store. But did you guys have a good time? Like I say,
We
that's the
love
main
it down
thing.
here.
We love it.
Okay, husband and wife team?
Yes, sir.
And you guys spend a lot of time on the road?
Yes.
All right. Tell you what, we appreciate you guys joining us here in BrushPile Fishing.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks for coming down to the Big Mama tournament.
Yes.
Another couple came from Indiana. And right back at the Big Mama tournament, we are talking to other teams that have traveled a long way. If you know anything about tournament crappie fishing, you know these guys, Rambo and Rambo from Indiana. They have fished tournaments together for years and years and years, which is good because you're only, what, 27 years
Yeah,
old?
right.
All right.
Plus a few.
How long a drive was it for you guys?
About 1,100 miles.
Oh, no, it's not 1,100 miles, but
That was Florida. We
Yeah.
did Florida last month.
They get their trips mixed up.
it's about 450 to 500 miles. I
Okay.
don't know exactly.
And I know you guys have been down here for the Big Mama tournament before.
Yes, about 20 years.
How tough was it for you guys today?
It's a completely different lake today and yesterday than it has been. I love this lake. There's a lot of fish in this lake. And if you told me before I came down that I wouldn't catch a fish in 2 days, I caught 0 in 2 days. It's really unusual. Usually you catch 20 or 30 nice crappie a day out there.
Yep. Conditions just got the best of us between the flooding and the cold. And when we say chocolate milk, it was chocolate milk today.
Yeah, we've never seen Washington. It's usually clear.
Yep.
Pretty clear lake.
Yep.
I called Mr. Jones and asked him how the lake was. He said we had a terrible flood, but he said it's going to be okay time Big Mama gets here. He's almost right. The water's still going out that spillway right now.
Yes.
And it doesn't close. I mean, it just goes over the spillway. So the lake comes down fairly quick, but these fish have felt that for the last 10 or 15 days.
Yep.
Just like that. And it was tough.
Well, like I asked the last team, did you guys have fun today?
Oh, we always have fun.
That's the big thing, and I enjoyed
Even
it out
though we
there, Brad.
froze,
It was a little bit chilly out there. We could have stayed in Ohio and Indiana for this.
That's true. Well, not quite. It would have been impossible
It was
back
0. It might have been a little ice on.
Yeah, we're better off down here.
Right.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. Rambo and Rambo, folks.
Thank you, Russ.
You bet.
We enjoy coming to the Big Mama tournament every year.
For great fishing, check out Grand Lake St. Mary's. Located in west central Ohio, if you're looking to land bass, catfish, crappie, perch, or bluegill, Grand Lake is the place for you. Check out greatergrandlakeregion.com.
Want to introduce that the new BrushPile Fishing Store carries all the gear that I use on the BrushPile Fishing Show. Just go to www.brushpilefishing.com and check out the crappie shop and find jigs, apparel, line, nets, B&M poles, and so much more. In the sale and clearance sections, you'll find deep discounts on the gear that will help you put more fish in your boat. That's brushpilefishing.com.
This couple traveled further than anybody else. And here is our last team interview, Team Beck. And folks, when we say people travel a ways for this Big Mama tournament, can you guys tell the folks where you're from?
We're from Reno, Nevada.
From where?
Reno, Nevada.
Did you guys fly out here?
No.
How did you get here?
And truck and overhead camper.
And how many miles?
2,400 miles.
2,400 miles. You guys came down here to fish the Big Mama. Is this the first year you've been here?
This is the second year.
Second year.
Second year we fished it.
And how tough was it for you guys out there today?
It was pretty tough. We had 2 bites and 1 fish. A little slow out there.
Okay.
The weather's kind of cold probably, but.
The thing is, you know what kind of fish this lake can produce.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You guys coming back next year?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, folks, there's a little story behind this. When I heard these guys were going to be here, I couldn't believe it. Have we met before?
Yes,
sir.
we have.
Where at?
Weiss
Weiss
Lake.
Lake.
Folks, you meet good people at boat docks. I met these guys at Bay Springs Marina several years ago, and you guys were at Weiss Lake, I think, for your first time.
Let me tell this story.
Go ahead.
Well, as we travel different lakes, David loves to talk to people about what kind of lures they use, this, that, and the other. And he talked to so many people, he was tired of talking to people. So I got out of the motorhome and I went and I started talking to Russ. And then I realized who I was talking to, who he watches all his videos on YouTube at home. So I go, well, I think you might want to talk to this one. And he goes, no, I'm talking to Mom. I said, this is Russ Bailey. He flew out of the motorhome, races up to him, throws his arm around him and says, I need a picture.
And folks, that just shows some of us have low standards, don't you?
We do. No.
But no, I'll tell you what, really, because I enjoyed talking to you guys, and we actually ran into each other a couple times down at Weiss. And when I heard you guys were coming here, first I thought there is no way that they still live in, Nevada and coming here, and you are.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. That is the record. You see how far they've traveled. Big Mama tournament. Get down here. Folks, thanks for joining me, and great to see you guys again.
Thank you.
I'll shake your hand, but I get a hug from you. And this young man, Jesse James, took the 2019 Big Mama Youth Crappie Trophy. Right now, folks, we're with one of the youth division, Jesse James. Jesse, how did you do today?
Good. We didn't do good. We couldn't. The fish was scattered everywhere.
Okay.
We found them yesterday. We found some of them. We hunted the fish down. We caught them today, but they were spread out everywhere.
Now, did you fish with your dad?
I fished with my dad, my sister, and his friend.
What do you think about this thing here, bud?
I love it.
Hey, I'll tell you what, can I get a good congratulations there?
And I caught with the big king jig.
Pig, okay. What was the big fish? You know how much yours weighed?
1 pound, 36.
136. How old are you?
11.
Starting them off early here in Mississippi, folks. Jesse, thanks again for joining us, bud. Thank you. And the winner of the 2019 Big Mama tournament was Toby Burton from Missouri. Hey, what was your weight?
2.65, 6'6", I think.
265 or 266.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but until you weighed in, there was a 223 on that leaderboard.
Yeah.
Did you happen to notice who that was?
No, I didn't pay attention to
Yeah, that was Russ Bailey and Brad Chappell, man. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Where are you from, bud?
Sikeston, Missouri area, yeah.
So how long a drive for you?
It's 5.5 or something like that, yeah.
Okay, how'd you catch your fish today?
Jigs.
Jigs?
Yeah,
No.
well, and minnows, but that fish came off jig.
Single pole?
No, we spider rigging.
Spider rigging?
Yeah.
How deep of water?
6-7 foot, I think.
Okay. How
Bouncing.
many did you guys get total today?
Well, the other one was 184, so.
2 fish.
Yeah.
We had 3. It was a tough bite out there.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
You know, we've
been tough all week.
Yeah. We've been telling the folks that's the good thing about this Big Mama tournament. You only need one big fish
That's right,
to do it.
yeah.
So you got that one today.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, congratulations. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yep.
Money's sweet.
Well, hey, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show, the Big Mama Tournament here on Lake Washington. You know, we hit the weather wrong with the flooding and the cold front and the wind that came in, but you know, I got to fish with my good friend Brad Chappell. We had a blast on the water. And the thing about the Big Mama, like we talked earlier, 1 fish weigh-in. We only had 3 hits all day. We caught the 3 fish. And our biggest one, I think, got us a second place finish at 223. So even if you're not getting that live well full, 1 fish is all you weigh in. The Big Mama tournament, you saw where teams came from. It was a good time, festivities, a band, food, everything else. Hope you enjoyed it. You stay tuned because we'll be back next week with BrushPile Fishing.